Yo, 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 man. It is your boy, SasukeUzumaki, back again with episode 2 of the Q&A series. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the first question. From Gatherer Coulter, when you have time, will you get to MK Scorpion for Injustice and play as him? In fact, I'm going to do you a favor and answer that question for you right now, good sir. I will indeed play as Mortal Kombat's own Scorpion, Spectre of the Nether Realm, and play as him when I have the time. Basically, come on, man, you just essentially answered your own question. The first couple of words. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to make you look stupid. Don't get that idea. I'm just saying. I just decided to answer that question a little bit in a clever manner. But yeah, I will be resuming the Injustice playthroughs overall. I already have a playlist of the playthroughs that I've done so far for Injustice, but they don't have commentary, so I might come back to it after I'm done with playing Mortal Kombat, MK vs. DC and all that good stuff. Alright, so moving on to my girl, Northern Light 09, not my girl, but my favorite gamer girl in the whole wide world. Do you have a favorite actor or actress, and actress? Maybe that's what she meant. That's hard. I love movies, so it's a really hard question to answer without having to leave out some of your other favorite actors. I've always liked Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, Denzel Washington. For actresses, Angela Bassett, who else? Damn, that's hard. I don't know, maybe Angelina Jolie, Uma Thurman, definitely because of her role in Kill Bill. So she was definitely one of my favorite actresses. Damn, there's so many, but that's a really hard question to answer. That was a good question nonetheless. I'll have to come back to that a little bit later. But yeah, those are my guesses for now. So from Sprite Chasers, one more. In Mortal Kombat 9, who do you consider OP when you use online and why? Oh, that's pretty easy. Noob Saibot and Smoke. Simply because when Mortal Kombat 2011, when it first came out, back in April of 2011, so many people chose Noob Saibot and Smoke because nobody could deal with Noob Saibot's shadow clone pressure, and nobody could really deal with smoke bombs, so people would just spam them over and over, get resets and different combos, and people would just spam Noob Saibot's shadow clone, the shadow tackle, and the upward shadow knee move. So that really pissed me off when I played online. But I eventually managed to deal with them when I learned how to play as Scorpion and Ermac, Sub-Zero, etc., etc., and I got over the hump by beating Noob Saibot and Smoke with those characters. So, from Wanderer Enforcer, in Tekken, do you like the Kazama family, Jin, Kazuya, or Heihachi? All three of them are legendary warriors. Yes, they indeed are, and it looks like Tekken 7 is going to finally bring their family history to a close in that game when it releases, probably next year, I'm assuming. Heihachi is probably my least favorite. Probably because, his personality kind of changed over time, with Kuma the bear, his pet bear Kuma that he befriended. But but of all the Mishima family members, I would say Kazuya, just slightly over Jin. They both have the devil gene, but Kazuya is a boss. He's literally a boss of the G Corporation, so that makes him a total badass and a boss at the same time. So I would go with Kazuya over Jin and Heihachi. Alright. From You Suck. Do you watch any other manga? Do you watch any other anime and read any other manga? Yes, I do, of course. Probably my two favorite non-action anime of all time was probably anime that I saw a couple years ago, back in 2010, 2011. And that would be Air TV and Conan. Yeah, just like Conan from Naruto. They're both made by the same company, or produced by the same company, I should say. And those are two definitely my favorite non-action anime. Air TV, Canon, Inuyasha, Cowboy Bebop, Big O, Neon Evangelion Genesis, DBZ, of course. There's so many I've seen, so it's really hard to say, how to pick so many, out of those. But yeah, any anime that aired on Toonami, that I pretty much watched those. There's so many. Gundam, so many. From Aubrey Ash, out of all the Mortal Kombat games, which one is your most favorite and which one is your least favorite? Hard question to answer again, because you guys know that I am a MK diehard fan. Diehard MK fan, my mistake, excuse me. I would say, out of the 3D Mortal Kombat games that was not next gen, that would be Mortal Kombat Deception because of Conquest Mode. I always liked the Conquest Mode. Really awesome. You kind of got to see it from a perspective as a player, of all the events that were surrounding Mortal Kombat, with Shujinko, and the same thing with Taven in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. It was more interactive than just sitting back and watching a movie. So MK Deception, and then probably Mortal Kombat, the first one, or Mortal Kombat 2 for the 2D games, and then for next gen MK 2011 until we get to MKX. Alright, so from Mr. Miscellaneous Use once again, what horror movie of all time scared you the most when you first watched it? I would say probably Paranormal Activity. The Paranormal Activity movies probably scared me because I'm really scared of paranormal shit going on in your house. Like when you hear things going bump in the night, that old saying. Anything that's ghost related or supernatural, I know not everyone believes in that shit, but I certainly do. And that shit's really creepy. I mean, come on, man. The unknown, the supernatural, something you cannot see. But it's happening right in front of your eyes and shit. That's pretty fucking creepy to me. So I would say the Paranormal Activity movies were kind of like the movies that gave me a real scare. I deal with horror like Freddy vs. Jason and Freddy. Any slasher films I could easily watch, no problem. Even Hostel or Saw. But when it comes to supernatural movies like Paranormal Activity, nah, I just can't do it. I get scared easily because of those movies. So from Basam, once again, do you prefer a Conquest Mode or a Story Mode in Mortal Kombat X? I would actually like to see a Conquest Mode. I don't think that we're going to get a Conquest Mode, though. I think it's pretty much going to be like MK 2011, where you play as certain characters, in chapters throughout the game. But yeah, I would really love to see a next-gen Conquest Mode return in a Mortal Kombat game if Mortal Kombat X is not the last game in the Mortal Kombat series. So you would think X, it's kind of like the big finale. I'm not saying that it is the final Mortal Kombat game because it might be or it might not be. So you never know. But it would be nice to see Conquest Mode once again be implemented into a Mortal Kombat game as the story mode. I think that would be pretty badass. Or why not do both? It's next gen, bigger space on Blu-ray discs, Conquest Mode and a story mode. I think that'd be kind of cool. So you get the best of both worlds. But Conquest Mode for me. From Killer Cookies, are you going to recreate the Conquest Mode for Deception? I did the playthrough for Mortal Kombat Deception's story mode. I don't know if I am going to recreate that. I mean, I don't know if you guys would want to see that again, because I already have a playlist of it. And I did that, I want to say, last year or the year before, back in 2012. But, I got so many views off of that already, and I did that, years ago. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll just have to see. And finally, from Wheats, do you listen to Eminem? Well, to answer your question, Wheats, I think I'm gonna let someone do the explaining here.
Yo. My mom sent me up to the store with a food stand for a pack of cigarettes and a book at the newsstand. Here, two dudes ran up and jumped out of a blue van. I looked down at the ground and picked up a huge branch. I swung it at the first dude. The other one with him seen it snap so fast it looked like it broke before it hit him. So he tried to rush. I swept his legs, pinned him and bit him. He came back with 6 or 7 dudes screaming, "Get him!" I grabbed one, lit him on fire, pinned him and bit him. The next faggot gave me his shoes like they didn't fit him. One by one, I just kept dropping them in the rhythm. Then I woke up, swinging in the middle of the kitchen. Damn.
Alright, bro. So, was that a good enough answer for you? I really hope it was. So, of course, that answer is pretty much self-explanatory. Yes, I freaking love Eminem. I, honestly, as an Eminem fan, I'm not into his music like I was back before. His latest stuff. I mean, I'll always be a fan, but I've always liked Eminem's work ethic into everything he does. But as the times change, so do artists. They change their style of music, so you can't expect them to be putting out the same old shit that that he was doing. That people do, like when they first come out, or like the first couple of albums come out. But as far as Eminem is concerned, I remember like my first album, like the first rap album I ever listened to, like of my own, that was like actually mine, was the Marshall Mathers LP, and I've been listening, and I got that album when I was 8 years old on my birthday, and ever since I was hooked on Eminem. I mean, a lot of the subject matter that he was talking about, it was very vulgar, and he caused a lot of controversy, especially with the especially with the whole LGBT community, because he would diss homosexuals and stuff. But over the years he was like nah man, that was just like me being immature and all that. Rapping about violence, raping women, killing women, just being fucking classic Eminem overall. But it's kind of ironic, of course, violence is not, or discrimination, it's not cool, but violence against women, that's not cool. Killing, that's just wrong. It's like all these things that we know, that the fucked up things in the world that are wrong, he rapped about, and he made it into a humorous kind of joke. It was kind of funny. I think that's one of the things that made me made me want to listen to him so much, because he would make me laugh, like some of the shit he would say, like in his songs, because you just stop and think about it, like, oh my god, like how can you laugh at somebody dying in a plane crash or something? But it was just like the way he would like write his lyrics and everything. But Eminem, he started to really talk about real topics, including his best friend Proof of D12, who had passed away a couple of years back. But yeah, I've always loved Eminem, so I've been a huge Eminem fan ever since. Alright, so I know that question took a while, but that will conclude episode 2 of my Q&A series, and I will be hitting you guys up with episode 3 of the Q&A series coming soon. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the love and support. Peace.